Hi folks, my name's Mark and I'm one of the music technology teachers here at St John Rigby College. I think there's a misconception around what music technology actually is, and often people think that it's all about DJing and electronic dance music, but there's so much more to the subject. Music technology is about modern music making and how we can use technology to help us write and produce music. One of the most important things that you'll learn on the course is how to use a DAW, which is an essential piece of software to any musician or producer. In this short video I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to create a really professional sounding song using the tools available within the DAW. So let's get started. I often like to start by mapping out the structure of the song so I know where the song is heading. Logic has a great tool to help with this called the marker track. We simply click up at the top here and open up the global tracks, find the marker track, and then click on the plus symbol here to add a marker. Once the marker has been created, we can rename it to suit your song. I'm going to go with a standard pop song structure with an intro, verse, pre-chorus and chorus. I'm going to repeat this but make the second verse a little shorter for a bit of variation and finish with an outro. You can see that the marker track is visible at the top of the project, making it really easy to see where each of my sections start and finish and making my project more organised. Awesome! Now we have the structure, I can start to think about the instrument parts. Often I like to start with the drums so I can find the right groove to the song. Again, Logic has a really awesome tool to help with this called the drummer track. We can create a drummer track by clicking the add track symbol just here and selecting the drummer track and clicking create. So the drummer track allows us to first select the style of drums that we want. I'm going to go for an R&B feel, so I'm going to click here on R&B, and then I can go into further detail by selecting the subgenre to really narrow down the feel of the groove created. Now I have selected the style of drums, I can go about selecting some of the presets at the bottom of the screen. I like the sound of the crossover preset, so I'm going to use this in my intro, verse and pre-chorus sections. For the chorus, I want the drums to become more lively, so I'm going to play around with some of the settings down at the bottom here. I've changed to the Brit-Town setting, so a slightly different drum pattern, and I've clicked here on the cymbals so that the drummer starts to use more cymbals in their pattern. I've also added a tambourine part too to give this section more life. So I've filled out the rest of the song with drums, and as you can see, the drummer tool makes it really quick and easy to get complicated drum patterns without having to know how to play the drums yourself. So now I have the drums, I'm going to add a bass guitar part, and for this I'm going to use the Apple Loops library. So Logic comes with a huge library of preset samples and loops to use in your songs. These are all organised at the top of the window into different instruments, genres and general descriptions. So I'm going to click on bass, I'm going to go with a rock/blues style, and from the descriptors panel I'm going to choose clean and acoustic. So this narrows down my search, and now I can click on the loops below to hear what they sound like. Then once I've chosen the ones that I like, I can simply drag them across into my project and start arranging them across the various sections of my song. Great, so now I have an entire song mapped out and I've added the drums and the bass. Next I'm going to add some chords to my song, and for this I'm going to use the software instrument tracks. So the software instruments are basically virtual instruments saved inside the computer, and Logic has hundreds of sounds to choose from. You have everything from accordions to xylophones, you name it, Logic has it. For my chords, I'm going to go for an electric piano sound. There are a number of ways that you can input your chords, so you can open up the editor window at the bottom here and click in your chords using the mouse. This is a little bit time consuming, but it's great if you don't play the piano. If you do play the piano, then you can connect a MIDI controller like this one and simply record your chords in like this. So in this case, I'm simply following the bass guitar loop that I've just added, and it's really simple, it's just switching between B minor, G major and E minor. Depending on the kind of sound that you're after, you can start to play around with it a bit here. I've started to add some chord extensions, so some sevenths and some ninths, and I've also started to break up the chords a little bit too, but it's completely up to you, whatever you want to do with it. Right, so my song is really starting to come together now. Another great thing about Logic is that it allows you to record in live audio, so I'm going to add a live guitar part to my track. For this you will need an audio interface, which essentially converts the live audio into digital signals so that the computer can process it. So I've connected my guitar, and a really nice feature that Logic has is a built-in tuner here at the top. This means that I can make sure that my guitar is in tune before I start recording. Another cool feature is the audio presets, which can be found in the library on the right hand side of the screen. Again, there are hundreds to choose from. I'm clicking on the electric guitar and bass presets, and I want a clean guitar sound. I think that this song will really suit a tremolo effect, so I'm going to choose a preset with tremolo in the name. You can see that once you have selected this, you can go into the mixing desk window and start to adjust some of the settings if you want to. Once you're all set, simply record in the guitar part. I've made the guitar part fairly simple at the start, just a single strum to highlight the change of chord, but by the end, the guitar becomes more lively and energetic. Excellent, so the only thing missing now is a main melody, and I'm going to add this using a live vocal the same way that I added the guitar part. I've also added some backing vocals too. So once your vocals have been added, another useful feature within Logic is the huge collection of effects and processes available to manipulate and mix your sounds. It's really important to add reverb to the vocals so that they sound natural within the mix. I think that the backing vocals in the second verse section sound quite dry at the moment, so I'm going to add a delay effect to fill this out a little bit more and create a more ambient vibe. And that's it, now we can sit back and listen to what we have created.
Come and go, you don't deny. Don't you know, you might be right on time. Can't you hear? I hear. Many come around again. Many come around again. I hear.
So there you have it, a really professional sounding song, and it took us no more than 10 minutes to create, all because of the really useful tools available to us within the DAW. And this is what you're going to learn, plus loads more on the course. So if you've got any questions at all, please do get in touch, but until then, thanks for watching.